Good evening, everyone. Hope you are well. It is Dementia Awareness Week this week, so that is the subject of tonight's episode. Now, as an A&E doctor, I see an awful lot of people with dementia, and I'm also the daughter of someone who's got it, my lovely mum. And it's a really cruel illness, and I wanted to look at ways in which we can prevent it, because actually what you do in the 20 years prior to the onset of dementia is actually crucial into whether or not you actually develop dementia. And also have a look at what we can do to support our loved ones who actually have dementia as well. So I'm Dr. Helen. As I said, I'm an A&E doctor. I'm also an advocate for integrative wellness, as well as an animal aromatherapy specialist. And I love to use essential oils to support the health and well-being of myself and my pets, and helping educate people to do the same for their family, whether that's human or animal. So if you like what you're listening to, please hit the subscribe or the follow button so I can carry on creating more content. And if you can leave me a good review, that would be great as well. And let me know in the comments what you want to know about. So would you like to get essential oils into your life? Why not book in for a free chat with me? or come to one of my classes to find out how essential oils can support you. Or maybe you've got oils, but you don't know how to use them. So you can also book in for either a consultation or a general overview, depending on your needs. So drop me a message and we can chat about what the best option is for you. So dementia, yeah, it's such a cruel illness, and it is having so many opportunities to prevent it from lifestyle changes, and so it makes it really frustrating if you either can't get your family member to engage, which was certainly the problem with my mum. But there's so many different things that you can do. So lifestyle factors are key. Now, what we know from studying in the world is that, people in rural India who eat a predominantly plant-based diet just don't have the same levels of dementia at all. They just don't get it. Whereas it's very much a disease of the Western world. And a lot of that is to do with our diet and saturated fat and the cholesterol in our blood. Now, really, high cholesterol in our blood obviously affects our heart, and it massively affects the brain and the plaques in the brain, meaning the brain cannot function well because it's not getting the blood flow through there. I've actually gone into this in more detail in my blog, so do check out my blog, my latest blog post, which is www.thehealthfuldoctor.com/blog. Now, having a healthy diet is key, and I'm always saying to people, eat more fiber, because that is so crucial for literally every single system in the body, for a good digestive system, which is going to support your immune system, and a good cardiovascular system, because obviously we need the blood to pump the heart to pump the blood around the body. And then also for brain health. Now, you should be having about 30 grams of fiber a day, and people really don't have that much. And I was actually speaking to a patient a few weeks ago. She said, "Oh, yeah, more fiber. Okay, I'll eat an extra apple a day." And I was like, an apple only has 5 grams. You actually have to have a really good level of plant-based foods throughout the day, because it's only plant-based foods that actually have the fiber. And this is key for supporting our brain health, both preventative and also should we have dementia, because we have plant-based foods such as blueberries and green veg are really rich in antioxidants, and antioxidants are crucial in the development of brain-derived neurotrophic factor. This actually helps to promote neuroplasticity in the brain. So that's basically what helps us build those neural pathways. So as one bit of brain dies off, we can actually create new pathways through the brain, continuing to help us function. So foods that we should be eating more of: fruits, berries, blueberries are a superfood. Now, whether you have them fresh or frozen, it doesn't matter. And in actual fact, frozen berries actually release more nutrients, more of the polyphenols that we want than actually fresh. So it's fine, but just have organic, because they are one of the dirtiest fruits around. The Environmental Working Group actually releases every year their dirty dozen, and the berries always top that. Vegetables, green vegetables, your broccoli, your kale, your spinach, they're also going to be so good for your brain health. There's so many different ways to cook it. There's so many different, green leafy salads, so many different things that are going to be beneficial. I love having a green smoothie, because that way it really packs a punch. So you've got quite a lot of extra things in there as well. Then we want some legumes. Legumes are great. They're the beans. Yes, the beans, the baked beans, the black beans. And I actually just did a live and a podcast on the digestive system, about digestive enzymes, actually, which if you are someone who suffers when you eat beans, do have a listen to that, because there's some tips in there that will help. But they are really crucial as well. And then also whole grains. So your oats, your wheat, loads of different whole grains that you can have. But you want it like the brown rice. Yes, it's all those things that perhaps you're not so keen on, but it's all really going to help massively support your brain, because it's going to support everything in your body. So it's going to be absolutely crucial. Then exercise. Exercise is fantastic, because not only is that good for the cardiovascular system as well, but it's also good for relieving stress and anxiety. But also, if you are taking part in exercise, it might be that you're involved in something community driven, and social interactions are really key as well to maintaining good brain health. And that's something that if you are have a relative that's older, if you can encourage them to engage with something community driven, that will be really beneficial. Now, obviously, it's been very difficult with COVID, and I was really shocked to discover in Suffolk, where my mum and dad live, that actually age concern actually haven't got the funding for community-based projects, which is a real shame. So there isn't anything going on there. But if you're lucky enough to live in the city, there is community things to go on. And even if you just can take your loved one out for something to do, or engage with them on the telephone, just different things like that will really help. But it's really good to keep moving, and it's actually been found that aerobic exercise is actually the most beneficial for supporting the brain health. So you can still do yoga, and there's different types of yoga that can help. So something that actually makes your heart rate go a bit faster is crucial, but a good brisk walk, running, swimming, anything like that is going to be really beneficial for supporting your brain. And then obviously, as we age, supporting our movement as well, but also supporting our brain health as well. And also, if I'd lived in Suffolk, I would have loved to have been able to take my mum to yoga or something, because I think learning new things is really key as well. And I'm going to go over that in a bit more detail, but it's certainly that social interaction is so beneficial. Reduce stress. Absolutely crucial. And it's very hard. We do live in a very stressful environment. And this is one of the reasons I'm often saying, supplements are beneficial, because we don't get all the nutrients in our food because of soil fertility, but also because of the stress that we're under as well, both environmental and what's internal to us as well. So having ways to unwind, setting some goals, so setting some targets, so that you're not, you have downtime at night, read a book, chill out in front of the TV, don't eat work while you're eating and things like that, or eat while you're working. Chill out, read a book, go and have a break, go and have a coffee with someone. It's all these little things are really beneficial to do, and just having that downtime, meditation, yoga, using essential oils to relax and support you. So I've always got my balance blend handy. I have this at work. I have my diffuser going. I always have the diffuser on through in the house. I've got one up here. I've got everywhere in my room. Every room has a diffuser. My camper van has 3. Not that I use them all the time in there, but I have one outside and things. But so essential to put those calming oils in. So things like adaptive balance. The citrus oils are particularly good for supporting brain health as well, and relaxation. And then stress. So sleep, so vital. Sleep has also been found to be a massive risk factor. And if you are someone in your 40s or 50s who is struggling with your sleep, then it's a significant risk factor for developing dementia 20 years later. So that's, I think, pretty scary. So really essential that you take part in, you do take stock of getting good sleep. And I actually run a sleep course, and I'm not just trying to flog that, but it's a sleep course that's been designed by myself, my paramedic friend, Sabrina, my intensive care nurse friend, Wendy, and my friend Jerry, who's a physio turned nutritional therapist. So it's come with a lot of education there. And sleep's really crucial to supporting your brain health, because it's how you rest, how your brain rests and switches off. And when your brain is relaxing, it can then heal. And I'm sure we all feel a bit muggy headed when we haven't had the sleep that we need, and so obviously that can have a massive knock-on effect as well. And then optimize your brain health. So this is crucial throughout life. Don't stop learning. Keep learning things. Now, Louise Hay, who was the founder of Hay House, and she was still learning to do things and going to dance classes into her sort of late 80s and 90s. And it keeps us healthy in our brain. So never stop working. And it's funny because I was on I've just started year one of a dog behavior course. Well, I've just nearly finished year one. And, it's quite a few people on a comment were saying, oh, I'm in my 50s, do you think I'm too old to do this course? It's like, no, do it. Because the more we use our brain, the more we are going to get the benefit later on in life and keep it functioning, because the brain is a muscle just like the rest of our body. Now, if you've got a loved one who has got dementia, what can you do to support them? Well, obviously, I have already spoken about diet. Exercise, getting them involved in something in the community support. But even if all you can do is just talk to them on the phone, it's really crucial. And if you can get other people to ring them up on the phone, I do notice, I was speaking to my mum today, and they had the cleaner in today, and so she was speaking to someone different. Her ability to hold a conversation is so much more improved when she's been speaking to someone during the day. That's not me. I really notice it. And other things that have been really beneficial for her, diffusing lemon oil. So Mum forgets now she has dementia, and even before she had dementia, she wouldn't talk about it because I think she felt embarrassed and she just refused to acknowledge there was a problem. So it was very difficult to get her involved in doing stuff. So I get her to diffuse lemon. I started off saying, it's very good lemon, it's going to keep you healthy, because you've got COVID all around it. But it wasn't that. It was just really to support her mood, and also sort of support brain health as well. And it's really good for supporting cognitive function. So lemon oil, but there's other essential oils as well. I'm going to be talking about that more in my class that I've actually got on Friday. So that's this Friday, May the 20th. So if you listen on the replay, it will be available as a replay as well, the class. And I'm going to be going into nutrition in far more detail. I'm going to be going into exercise in far more detail, relaxation and sleep in more detail. And we're also going to be looking at some essential oil recipes as well to help keep your brain functioning, and what to do for stress and sleep and everything. So it's going to be far more in depth. But also, if they are getting agitated or needing some calming, and in actual fact, really sadly, aggression manifests a lot in dementia. And, as working as a doctor in A&E, I can't even begin to tell you the amount of times I've had families bring their loved one in with dementia because of aggression. And it's so sad because they are mortified that they're having to bring their their loved one in who is being aggressive in the department. And we've often had to get security and things like that. So they're so embarrassed about that. And they feel so bad because they can't cope. And, if you are someone who's going through that, there's no shame in it. We are not judging you. We are not judging your loved one, because we all know that this isn't who they are. This is just a manifestation of their illness. And we also appreciate how hard it is for you to cope. So do not feel that you're alone. And if you are sat at home wondering how you're coping, do reach out to your GP. There's lots of different organisations like, Alzheimer's. UK is very, very good, and it doesn't have to just be Alzheimer's that they help with. There's lots of different types of dementia. The most common are vascular and Alzheimer's and Lewy body. But, do reach out for help, because it's really difficult to help. But certainly essential oils, diffusing lavender can be really helpful. And there was a study done in Japan where they diffused lavender as well as sort of lemon, and found it really soothing and calming to support someone who is displaying some aggressive tendencies. So really great there. And obviously, making sure that you're caring for yourself as well is absolutely crucial, because it is really sad. I can't even begin to tell you the amount of times I've got off the phone with my mum and just felt so sad because I've not been able to have a conversation with her. And, we had a really good conversation today. Today was a really, really good day. So we've been having stuff. And it's really funny because when I first got her diffusing oils, I could actually tell whether she had the diffuser on, because they sometimes wouldn't put it on till the afternoon. I was like, Mum, Derek, put the diffuser on. That's my dad did. And she's like, no, he's not put it on. And I tend to put it on because I could tell the difference. So there is lots of different things that can help. So, do check out my webinar that's on Friday. It's hosted on Facebook events, so it's at The Healthful Doctor is my Facebook page, and then you just go to events and it's there. But afterwards, it will still be there, available as a replay. So do check it out. And like I said, we're going to be going in far more detail into nutrition, more detail into exercise, stress reduction, sleep, and also optimizing brain health, and then actually looking at how to support people with dementia as well, and just looking at optimization of brain health as well. Make sure you keep doing those wordles as well, because they're great. I'm loving those wordles, but it's great fun, and Sudoku and things like that. So some other extra tips for you. So do let me know in the comments anything else you need help with, anything you would like me to cover. If you like what you've heard, please leave me a review. I'd be really appreciative. And if you're listening on my podcast, thank you very much. It's new. It's available on Spotify and Google now, and also via my website as well, which is www.thehealthfuldoctor.com/podcast. So please hit the subscribe or the follow button so I can carry on creating more content. And please, everyone, stay safe, stay well. Come to my class on Friday, and let me know what you need some help with. Take care, everyone. Bye.